and AM.
Once again, you are listening to Promencia Live, coming to you from the basement of the Hillside Residence. This town is not big enough for the two of us. That's at least what Frank McFishy says of Frank's Fish Stick Emporium. The city's small industry area is simply not providing enough resources to its citizens. City also has no resources for death care. And for a city that's trying to be green, it's not doing a very good job. The city has some initiatives to replace our old wind turbines with new and improved hydro wind turbines. Our new neighborhoods are doing well, but there is plenty of room for expansion. We are currently importing as many resources as we can. This should change. Because of the increased foot traffic in the neighborhoods, the city has also decided to add significantly many more walking paths and bike paths. It is time to let our city grow. And now, a word from our sponsor.
Oh yeah, hi, my name is Frank McFishy, the people like to call me. For a limited time only, you can get 10% off all fish sticks using coupon code Promencia. Come on down to Frank's Fish Stick Factory for the finest fish sticks in all the land.
Thank you very much, Frank. We appreciate that message. And now, back to the mayor.
Hello, Internet. Welcome to episode 3 of this Promencia city build. You heard the man. We got some things we gotta do. We want to replace our power over here with our better power. We have some more electronic options we can do, and some more electricity providing options for us, which is pretty great. We also want to expand our neighborhoods still. We laid some foundation here, and we didn't fill it all in last episode, so we can fill in what is left over there. We can also go green as much as we can this episode. I want to add a ton more trees. I want to finish our park. I want to get cars off the road, so add a ton more bike paths and parks and lanes and places for foot traffic that is not car traffic. We also have our first couple of public transport options. I am thinking some city buses would be great to go from neighborhood to neighborhood. We can also work on that. On our notifications, yeah, we have a death care need. We have no elder care or child care or cemeteries. We gotta increase every single one of these. We should have enough money to do that, no problem. This cemetery is a great little filler. I think for this spot right here, it's off of our main roads. It's connected to a local road, which is what we want. It's over here on Ward Street, which is awesome. There's not a lot of other buildings we'd probably want to see in here. So I'm gonna place our first cemetery down. Let the game play out. Now for our elder care and our child care. Again, keeping things off the main road. We have these weird little shapes here. This is our public library. I think some trees, some greens, some decorations in this little public library square would make this feel a little less awkward. And I'm kind of thinking a similar thing with our childcare. We have a fire station, it looks like right there. I just want to have some good uses for these little awkward spaces. We can always decorate them. Let's put childcare there. Could put an elder care over here, but maybe we want to spread this out a little bit. This little chunk of space, no good uses here, really. How can we fix this? Cool. Nice little better loop. Now we can place an elder care in this empty space. I think that's great. It's gonna grab a lot of people. It's also right next to the train tracks. I kind of view the space above and below the train tracks here as the same kind of space that I view this middle section, right? I think things can have their back to the train tracks, things can have their back to the main road. As long as they're facing the other side, we should be all good. That one cemetery should be fine for now. And electricity, let's get some new water. Well, let's think. We also have this water over here, and we know that this industry area, or this future area, will be industry area. But something like this, it's just so far from the grid, which is why I've been waiting to set up over here, because it's just so far from our original city. I don't really want to be waiting for industry all that much longer, though. Maybe this is one thing we can start. Mark this off as our forestry area. We'll just give it this whole quadrant. That's great. We can expand as we need to. And then this area might not be a bad area for fertile land. I did mention in a previous video that I feel like adding fertile land is not cheating. If you disagree, let me know in the comments below. My thought process was, in real life, you can make the ground fertile. If we do something like this, we make this land like that fertile. It's like, you know, the city paid to bring in a little service that made this land fertile. Not too much cheating, is it? I don't think so. We can sort of follow this bridge with our power lines. So here's one of the key notes about industry. Oh, as it gets dark. All right, through the magic of editing, it's gonna be daytime. One of the key things about industry is that cars should have the right-hand turn to go into the industry buildings. So, cars coming on the road this way, it's gonna go onto the road this way, and it's gonna make the right-hand turn into the buildings onto this side of the road. It can come down, it can go this way and come back around, and then the same thing is true. It can make right-hand turns. That's what we want. Keep that in mind as you build your industry area. Industries also always have a gathering building, a storing building, and a processing building. You can use that right-hand turn rule and that order. So the car can go in, turn to the right, it's gonna come grab the stuff, it goes back on the road, goes down a little further, turns right into the building, and keeps doing that for every building it goes down as we work our way down the industry pipeline. Let's just build out a temporary little rough industry spot for right now. Let's go 10 units out and 30 units out. Yeah, we'll go 100 units out. Just a massive road. It's gonna cut through our forestry area like this, which is gonna allow us to put a forestry main building just inside, just like that. Great, we have our first couple of buildings. We have our tree plantation. This grows the tree. The trees get brought to the sawmill, where they get cut down into sawdust or raw wood parts, which are held in the log yard. Let's just check our electricity. That is enough to connect. And then water, how we look on water. Very not good on water. How much is it gonna cost us to drag our water pipe all the way over? Probably a lot, right? I'm gonna uncheck all of my snapping, and we're just gonna do like big, long lines under the highway. All right, so not the worst. That wasn't too bad. It was like $5 grand. Turn our snapping back on. Let's make sure we're nice and clean on this road. We didn't put any buildings in here. Let's do this now. This first building doesn't matter, but we certainly want our right-hand rule. One thing we can do is turn down. So we also have these industry roads. I like to use them just because they're a different road. They work all the same as the other roads. They're just specific for industry. Our resource building is it's right here. We're gonna go right turn right into our resource building, which will then, those things will then get chopped up on the sawmill. No, they won't. First, we're gonna cut the trees and we're gonna put the trees into tree storage. And from storage, they will get cut. There we go, our first little loop. This should be perfectly fine for our first starting area. And these are gonna say things, not enough raw materials. We will get there very, very quickly. These need to do things. Right now, there's nothing in here. We only have 2 workers working. It's not a lot is happening. We'll give this a little bit of time, but it's a start. I wanted to get it down so we could work on connecting our industry area and our main city. So let's keep doing that. Let's keep working our way this way. Everyone's mad about the energy. I know. We need some money, people. Let's build this neighborhood up. Get some more of our RICO accomplished, and hopefully that'll help us with some income. Here's what we are gonna do. We can zone some resi right here. Let's get our bike pass. Let's do this. Gonna grab one of these trees. We'll just make some lines of trees. I kind of love these weird little roads sometimes. They're so fun. And if you look at your actual city on a map, unless you're in some highly metropolitan area, your roads probably look closer to this than they do this. But this makes for a wonderful spot for a bus depot that we can't afford. There's also the biofuel bus depot. These buses are way better for the environment. They hold the same amount of people, but they are also significantly quieter. These are the better depots, but we are a little financially short for that. Oh, and our park leveled up. That's great. Now, we kind of have two different grids going on. We kind of have this grid, which is long this way. This grid is long up and down, and this grid is long left to right. So we have left to right, up and down. I think this one should be going long this way, long along the shore. And again, we're gonna do our halfway water. This is a great little spot to do one of these. We are doing pretty well with expanding our neighborhood, but we need some more things in our industry area. Rico is calling for it. Remember, our right turn rule. Now, when cars come around, they'll turn around, they'll come here, they'll go this way. So we'll do it again. Another one of these, another one of these, and another one of these. Now we have our 2 right turns, which is great. See that car did cross across the street. That is what we don't want to happen. We can fix this though, once our numbers are good. So we want to set one of these to, so setting one of these to full will make sure this always works. See how this is way more full than this one is? You can see it not only with the bar, but in the little graphic. It always gets dark when I want to show off my industry area. We'll let the sun come up. Yeah, cars are not following the right turn rule here. We can do some things to force this. We are having some sewage problems though. Oh yeah, we are. Oh, because it's on fire? Oh man. Oh man. Where's the nearest fire department? Nowhere close. Well, that needs to get solved. This industry area certainly needs its own fire station. So let's give it one. Let's put it a little close to the main road here. Yeah, so it can get from side to side. We also don't really have one for this neighborhood, this whole side of the neighborhood over here. So yeah, this is great. Put it right next to the main road also. And then this industry area. Also, all these trees, yeah, these trees are just begging to be burnt down. Just put it right here. Also use some police over here, it seems. We can do the same thing, fire and police right next to each other. We have one police station over there. We kind of need another one over here. We'll put it right next to our fire station. This is great. Same thing. We don't want any crime happening over here. So let's put the police station on this side of the road. That's great. Well, good thing everything was dead over here already because, oof. One thing we can start to do in this area. I did say it was gonna happen once we got our first little industries going. I really wanna force this area here to be our new industries area, which means I can get rid of a lot of these industry buildings. If we go through and unzone, these buildings will remove themselves. Let's just undo this whole chunk. We can also start our second industry, our farmland, put our main building off to the side, just like that. Same thing here. We want our right-hand turns, which means cars need to go down here and turn around. This is rough. This is on the other side. That's okay. Cars, they're probably gonna do some left-hand turns here. Even though this is the right-hand turn, this is the right-sided turn for this. We're gonna do one at each of these resource buildings. These generate food, which is fed to the animals, and then it's stored. It really should be stored first and then go to the animals. We already have some bad turns here. We're just gonna rebuild this when the time comes. Let's set this to full. And our forestry area just shot up. There's more things we have. We have a new building that will turn raw forestry products into biomass pellets. We have better storage, which we can actually just replace our original storage with. We have a workers barracks, which makes everybody happy who's near it. It doesn't matter where this goes. As long as it's in your industry area, it's gonna provide provide the benefit for everybody. We do have some better fields though, so we can also do those. Let's give ourselves 2 more. So there we go, there's our right-hand turns. They'll be going in, they'll be dropping it off. Now this is dumb, but I'm gonna delete this building and I'm gonna replace it with a slightly better storage. Now, why is that dumb? Well, that building had a bunch of resources in it that we don't have anymore. But this is a better storage building. It will hold more things. This only holds 300 tons, this holds 400 tons. We can actually set this one to be full. It's also in line here. So we got 3 things going into this one, where we only have 1 going into this one. So we will set this to balanced, which means some of these are gonna start to go, and it's gonna force them to be sent to a resource building, which we finally have one. This is a this is a wide building. We could put this here and see what happens. It is very pollutinous though. So now here comes the other fun part. This area here has no trees, so there's nothing to kill. And this pollution will affect our other building. We're gonna do it like this. I'm gonna place this. We're gonna get our industry road, and we're just gonna connect it. Let's fix these. This will also help with our industry demand. See how it's going down quite significantly? Our residential and commercial is going to go up because we need more people to work these jobs. And some of these buildings, these industry buildings, also sell to these commercial buildings. Let's keep going. Let's keep expanding. We got our weird little neighborhood area over here. I love how weird it looks. I really do. I really do love it. Let's just check our other demands. How are we doing on school? Poor. We're doing really poor on school. Let's get some money, take a big loan for these. Here is a high capacity elementary building. Put this building, yeah, this is good. This little square, that's great. It fits right on the 2 sides. It fits a little better like this. Let's give it a nice path all around. They can bike around it. What a very cool looking high school building. It's got like an inside, look at that basketball court, a little playground. Look at that. That is cool as hell. Got a great little school. We just got enough money for our high capacity high school. We could fit the high school right in here, across from the park. Students can, or right here. Right here's a good area. I have not used this little square yet. Been dying for good use for this square. I think that's where our high school's gonna go. Now we're all educated. Look at us. That's wonderful. We need some more people. Let's do it.
Meteorologists are issuing a thunderstorm warning for the coming days.
I knew this was gonna happen. All right, well, okay, that's pretty far away from us. There's not, yeah, wow, yeah. Oh no. What is this? A little Stargate? It's attracting some interesting world energy. Our portal's gonna open up. What is this? That's quite a storm, but we're doing okay. We're safe. Storm was happening miles away. We're safe over here. People are mad about trash. We can move our trash. We finally have the good recycling building, enough money for the good recycling building. Put it right here. We're almost done fixing our old industry area. It's the less industry buildings are here, the better, the less pollution we'll do. We're still gonna have city services, and we might even do like some low density residential here when the time comes. We are still a little electrically screwed. Although in a minute, we're gonna get our geothermal power plant, and that should be wonderful. Let's actually go ahead and make sure our neighborhoods are looking good, because last time I checked, they were not, like right now. We want this neighborhood to be its own neighborhood. This is gonna be its own little hood. We'll probably keep it just this little chunk, and then this chunk will be its own other chunk also. Might even make this, because this is gonna be our little public transport square. Even make this its own. And we're losing people left and right because of our electricity. So I'm just gonna bump it up. We're gonna go max electricity. And we're gonna go full price on our roads. We have real roads now, so we do want them maintained. We'll do these big chunks in green, and then we'll fill in what we can with blue. All right, let's let this play. One little thing we can do over here is on this side of things, can make ourselves just a small little neighborhood. So this is a normal grid. something we would do for like regular residential here, but these fit big houses. We don't want that. We want to divide our grid up like this. We can actually remove these other roads. We want our houses on these roads, which means we'll put a bike path on the side like this. What we want to do is we want to go like this. Just some little 2x2 houses. We can get our trees. We'll do line tool. We can place it right on the other side of our walking lanes. There we go. And now these houses will fill up. But one thing we want to ensure is that these guys don't go to school. We want them to go right to work. So in our little area, we're going to go to policies and we are going to say schools out. Do not go to school. Try to find jobs. And then everywhere else where we know we have schools, a busy town. They got some new policies, that's great. They got some new roads, some new highways, wonderful. Our geothermal power plant, there we go. Absolutely wonderful. In our areas, we want to set, we can't do education boost right now, so never mind. Our area with our park though, we can add Parks and Recreation policy. That's certainly gonna help. We are so close to our geothermal power plant, which makes noise but doesn't pollute, and that's perfect. Absolutely rich now. And now these guys aren't doing a ton for us. They're only providing 8 really at a time, so we can get rid of a decent amount. We have about 80 watts on the line of room. That's 10 of these guys, which is about what I had. So we're doing pretty good. We'll eventually just get better and better power and more of these water powers. I think this might be
Warning.
a
Experts
good
predict
place.
an
Nope.
earthquake could hit the area soon.
Okay. Where are we doing earthquake? Where are we going? In the middle of the ocean. Oh no.
An earthquake is occurring.
Oh no, a tsunami is gonna come.
And wait for help if you are in the affected area.
Oh no. Look at that. Absolute mess. We speed the game up a little bit. Oh yeah. All kinds of flooding we're gonna get. Luckily, we don't have any houses anywhere near this water, but look at that. Absolutely massive ripple coming this way. I think next episode, we're gonna have to build up our natural disaster defense systems. I do think this is a good place to call it. We leveled up one more time, which is great. We solved a lot of problems we were having with our city the first time. And we've set up the groundwork for our industry area. We will slowly fill in this whole area. This whole area here is probably gonna be massive downtown. Just this whole area here is gonna be a great big old downtown. And pretty soon we're gonna have to figure out where we want our university area to be. Maybe this will be split. Maybe we'll do something like this. We'll have university over here, downtown area over here, maybe an airport area right off the water. Might be kind of nice. Flatten this hill out, flatten this mountain. There's a big old mountain, isn't it? That would be an expensive thing to flatten. So maybe not. Maybe no airport here. Over here is also not a bad spot for our university area. So take a look at the comments or leave a comment. Take a look at these names. We got Elm, Crest, Cozy, and Orchard. Let me know in the comments what you think these areas would be best for. Between universities, airports, main downtown. We also got to place our disaster area. That is another thing on the list that we got to find. So in all of our areas, where do we want our disaster area to be? We got some things we wanna add. Thank you so much for watching this episode with me. I had a great time making these adjustments to our city. Thank you very much for watching. I am Cheap Gravity. This is Promencia. I am the mayor. You are a watcher. This was fun, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.